Hey, Robot. We got a lot of questions in the chat, man. So we thought we would do a tape on talking about the different questions that people might have. Right? So get them in the family, get them in the building. We about to once again crack heads and twist caps. Hey Zeke, get him on. Tell him we live. Get him on, Zeke. In hopes that we wouldn't say it first, but truth must be told. Right? We're about to crack heads and twist caps. We hear a lot of people out here talking. You know, we don't know who they're talking at, but show sound, you know, subliminal, should I say. Sound subliminal. Hey, Robot, it's Friday. We about to crack heads and twist some caps. Get them in here. You don't want to miss this one. In hopes that we wouldn't see it first, but truth must be told. Oh yeah, I like that down there right there. That looks nice. Oh yeah, that's fire right there. Let me go ahead and get that chat pulled up, man. So we can get these cut, because we got a whole bunch of questions. We're gonna talk about some of the questions that the people had. It's not really questions like going against what I'm saying. It's more because some people saying, oh,
about like I say, we're not just using Zachariah Snitching's books. We using at least 15 to 20 other scholars, and some of the scholars the brother called out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe he don't watch our shit or something. You know? But Anu told me, no sweat. Keep on going. Don't worry about them. And if they keep talking, he gonna cut their water off. Well, they ain't gonna be to get no more information. Right? I'm telling you. You mess with the young here, I'm telling you, man. It's a whole nother level. Yeah, but we ain't no sweat, baby. So some of the stuff they saying the same thing we saying. I mean, I don't know. What the hell's going on with it? But people don't want the people at the top, man. I don't know. Starting to look a little suspect. It's starting to look a little suspect, bro, at the top. All right, yeah. I'm about to get into them questions and answers. Let me get that thumbnail, that backdrop pulled up. As you can see, we got a lot going on here, man. We trying to give you the business. The business. So let me just get a picture up here. So I want to just have a crazy screen, and then we'll go in, man. Let's just pull this one up. We'll just put this one up there. Robot, if you're coming into the building, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Because we had some people out here saying the ancient Egyptians were different from the Anunnakis. I'm trying to figure out where they got that from, because Baba didn't say it. Right? The ancient Egyptians, really, like I say, we didn't even call ourselves Egyptians. We didn't even call ourselves Egyptians, man. Egyptians means burnt face, Egyptos. Burnt face. We want to get to the part because somebody was saying, because there was a whole bunch of questions about the Anunnakis being God. And so I was like, man, I got to do a tape on the Anunnakis being God, because these dudes saying if they God, why they was doing this, moving that, or why they was doing this and that, right? These people are not gods. Let's get that clear right now to the top. They not God. See what's been happening, what happens on different planets is when these beings who come to your planet who are more advanced in technology and they've been living longer and they come and they got these, you thinking it's magic, right? You thinking it's magic of miracles, right? It's magic if you don't like them. If you don't like them, it is magic, but if he do it, you like him, he's a miracle. But it's all really none of that. It's really just the knowledge of advanced technology, right? And all the Anunnakis wasn't here to make niggas be their god. It was just a couple of them, right? The couple main niggas like Enlil, maybe mainly Enlil, Murdoch. Nana was dabbling a little in it, but she was all about love and mother and like a mother. There was like her kids, like the humans were like her children to her. So it really was just Enlil, Murdoch, really Enlil and Murdoch going back and forth when you trace it out there. Enlil and Murdoch, and Enlil's sons doing under his command, attacking and also Nergal's Murdoch's brother didn't like Murdoch because he felt like Enki looked up to Murdoch more than him, right? That's another thing, right? Hold on, let me finish the God thing. So these guys are not gods. These guys are advanced extraterrestrial Anunnakis, those who came to Key, those who are new sent to Key, is really what it means, right? I heard some people say that any extraterrestrial species that come here is Anunnaki. That's not true. That's not true. The Anunnakis are the ones that Anu sent down to Key, right? So if Anu didn't send you here, it's beings that came here that Anu didn't send. They not Anunnakis. They're extraterrestrial, nonetheless. Off-world beings, nonetheless, but not Anunnakis, right? Then you got the Igigis, who was several. We already broke that down. Go get the Anunnaki class part 6. Right? Go get the Anunnaki class part 6. So yeah, so these beings are not gods. People got the wrong concept of what God is. Like I say, my definition from my perspective, now this is my perspective. God is whoever you need. So the Anunnakis set us up to where we'll need them. And they came to one point when a being, they say, came in the garden and taught these beings the knowledge that God knew. Enlil. They taught them the knowledge that Enlil knew. He got mad and he punished them and kicked them out because they knew what he knew. God does know in the day thereof, right? So these beings, really, to tell you the truth, they really set us back. The Anunnakis really set us back because the Lulu Amalu, not the Lulu Amalus, the Homo erectus they were telepathic beings. They was in connection with the animals. They were in connection with the whole planet. They was in cohesive with the whole Mother Nature. They were telepathic beings and still spoke to the animals and all that. And the Anunnakis cut this off. And the Anunnakis are being punished right now for what they did. I don't think that the Anunnakis did this and they hit us from the back and they hit y'all from the back and then just disappeared. Ain't nothing gonna be done. Nah, it's being done right now, which is why this information is being told to you. Right? Anu had to answer to the higher council. It's a higher council than Anu that he got to answer to. And in response to all the stuff that we as a family been doing in the galaxy, blowing up stuff, mainly it's what they were concerned about because the radiation poison was leaking out into the galaxy and affected other planets. So the nuclear style weapons, even though in galactical law, you can use anything you can use nuclear style weapons and these type of weapons, but you can't use nothing above nuclear style. Like, you can't use a planet destroyer or a sun destroyer type weapon. And they was even, the Anunnakis was even playing with that type of stuff because they blew up Meldick. Remember that? They crashed into Meldick, they blew it all the way up into pieces, created your asteroid belt. All this stuff. And like I say, people were wondering, because they say, hey, if you Tammuz, and then why you promote Murdoch? Right? Let me tell you the story behind the Murdoch line. All right, so Murdoch is my uncle, right? Murdoch, when we came here recently, when we came here to start teaching, this like my 9th incarnation. So we all was incarnating into different life cycles here to raise to fix what we messed up as Anunnakis. Now my mother, she hate Murdoch because Murdoch, they blame him for the death of my father, right? But like, it's a lot of people, a lot of the family hate Murdoch, but I always seen that Anu was always loving them, and so I love anybody who Anu love, and that's how I am, right? My mama was skeptical about me going around Murdoch, but Murdoch, I'm part of both sides of the family. Now, like I say, they say that Murdoch is a product of our own environment. We created this this reality by messing with things that we didn't have no business, thinking that we was the gods of the universe, and we not. The Anunnakis are not the gods of the universe. The Anunnakis answer to the gods of the universe, and the gods of the universe told us if we don't fix this, they gonna evaporate us. Even the soul of us, they will evaporate. And they displayed them doing this to other beings that came before us that thought they could do just like we was doing. Right? So all these different religions come from these different extraterrestrial beings, even the Mormons, right? All these different religions come from extraterrestrial beings who come here, who have a certain level of information and knowledge and technology, and humans, Lulu-Amalus, perceive them as God, right? But what they don't want to tell you is that as humans, we can, as you humans, you can achieve the same abilities, if not more, than these Anunnakis. That's what they don't want you to know. And by them stepping in, like I say, you were telepathic. The Homo erectus was telepathic and was spiritually connected to the universe and to Mother Earth, or to Tiamat, or Gaia. Depends on what extraterrestrial species you're talking to when you give them a name. To the one species, this right here is the name of your planet. This is the name of your planet right here. Ain't no name, just a symbol. Right? You can't even pronounce it. Right? Ain't no name, just a symbol. Right? It says, oh, yeah, we're going to all of it. That's right. We're going to tie it all the way down because, like I say, Murdoch, what it is the Inky side creates the ancient Egyptian bloodline. Murdoch makes lifts himself. He end up after he conquers. Well, after Ninurtu bomb him and he survived, they look at it as a sign of fate, and they give rulership to Murdoch. And this is during the age of the ram. The age of the ram, right? You know, like Amun, the ram. Amun has a ram head. That's Murdoch, who took over during the age of the ram. Enlil controlled the time through the age of Taurus, right? When they first created the humans, they created the humans in the age of Taurus. Not creating them from scratch. I got to make that clear because, like I say, I just showed you the tape on the creation. It was already beings here. They just took and stepped in and did a couple of genetical manipulations to create the human. Right? I was trying to find they stepped in to do that. So, but this was against galactical law. and they had the answer for this, right? And the only way to fix it, they said that the Anunnakis had to make the humans their equals. And at first, it was a hard pill to swallow, right? Imagine your pet hamster or your pet dog, right? Or your chickens you got outside that you raising to wring their neck and fry is now on the same level as you. All right, imagine your pet being on the same, well, they can start talking and making demands, right? Making demands. This is what the Anunnakis in fear of. They in fear of they so-called slaves and pets being able to talk, being able to say, we don't want to make no contract with you. You breaking galactical law by coming down here messing with us. You supposed to leave us alone. They get scared when you start talking like that, because now you a talking dog or a talking chicken or a talking squirrel or something. Hey, if a squirrel walked up to you and talked, would that scare the crap out of you right now? So they scared and fear of their dog, their cat, their rats, or their pets, hamsters, pet bird, talking and making sense of it, of the whole thing, and knowing what they doing wrong and calling them out on. You see? This is where we headed. Right? But Murdoch becomes Amen. Right? And he changed his name 3 times. In ancient Kemet, they have the sun in its 3 phases. They call it Atum, and Amun. And all 3 of those were Ra. Goes back to Ra. Right? We got to clear it up, man. All 3 of those go back to Ra. And Ra is Murdoch. So Murdoch, at one point, his name was Amun. At one time, his name was, at one point, his name was Atum. And at one point, right, his name was Atum, like as an Atum, right? And he set up a whole nother ball game, right? He set up a whole nother ball game where he was more stricter. He tightened down on everybody, right? And he can't, and that's does start the thing, because he got the name Amen because he had to hide. He was hiding out when they was hunting him down, when the Anunnakis was hunting him down for the death of his brother Dumuzi, who Dumuzi is Osiris. Dumuzi is Osiris, or Saw Enki's younger son, who was murdered by his half brother from his mother's side, Satuk. But they saying that Murdoch sent the people to set him up and kill him, right? And so they blame Murdoch, especially Inanna. Inanna blamed Murdoch. But as the Galactical Council stated, Murdoch is a product of our own doing. Why he's the way he is, right? We'll break all that down some more later. It says, hey, who was in New Mexico? Say mineral, plants, animals, elements. Hey, who was in New Mexico, bro? Like I say, hey, shout out Lioness Den. Go subscribe to the Lioness Den page, right? Yeah, like, so people saying, I don't know what they got against the young these guys at the top, but Anu told me keep going. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop me. We're gonna pass them up eventually, right? Because they're running out of stuff, right? Unless they come check our shit out, right? And we ain't boasting or bragging about nothing. We just telling you. We making it clear. So the Anunnakis are not gods. To my death, really gods mean gold, oil, and drugs. That's what it really is. Good, wisdom, beauty, and strength. A German word, right? For my people that studied under the master teacher, right? So what's God? God is whoever you need. Like I told you, God is whoever you depend on. If you need that person to survive, they your God. We didn't need the Anunnakis to survive. We were surviving just you humans, right? I'm part human. That's why I say I'm talking from both sides, right? I'm part human, right? One of the first of my kind. Yeah, that's right. So we the God is whoever you need, whoever you depend on. And being dependable is what makes you a God. When people depend on you, your children depend on you, you they God. Your family, certain people in your family depend on you, you they God. So keep that in mind when it comes down to the responsibility of being God. See, God got responsibilities, right? His responsibilities is to take care of the people that depend on him. Whether it goes for my gods and my goddesses, right? Take care of your people, man. Make sure your people straight. That's what make you God. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I say, man, they don't want to, it's a couple of cats said they were going to get up with me. Didn't ever get up with me. Are we worried about it? Not really, man. Because like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna drop every day. Non-stop. And they tried to ice the kicker with that 7-day move. Well, we back up again, man. We back up and running. And we're gonna tighten down on them. You see? So what is the end goal of all this? What's the end goal? The end goal is to fix what we messed up. Now, this is past interference. And for all my football guys out there that familiar with the past interference in football, we accepted the penalty on this. We accepted the penalty. So we'll be moved, the ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. And it'll be an automatic first down, meaning they'll have to put us back to where we were, and we had to be more advanced and closer to the end zone, closer to our end zone, or becoming supreme spiritual beings again. Right? So the ball foul on the play, pass interference on the Anunnakis. Ball will be placed at the foul, the spot of the foul, automatic first down. Now, a lot of what I'm saying might go over a lot of people's head, but I'm trying to make it plain and simple as possible. Right? Yeah. My sister the Lions did. Rod said he sent on the bench to the 19th. So Rod gonna be back out on the 19th. He said he giving everybody else time to get their little pea shooters off. He giving niggas time to get their pea shooters off. You remember in that movie Harlem Nights, where they were shooting at Eddie Murphy, City Hall them, and every time City Hall them would unload their Tommy gun, the little dude to shoot his little pea shooter, right? And City Hall says, "Don't shoot that little no more," right? And then shoot that like 15 said. As soon as he stopped shooting that gun, that's when Quick was able to kill him. That little gun was keeping Quick down. That little pop in the rest break, right? I'm telling you, right? So hey, like I said, to all the brothers that don't like the young elder, we don't know why they don't like us. But like I say, we come in peace. We come in peace. So and some of the brothers, we show the brothers love. Like we show everybody love. I mean, I don't get it, man. You show niggas love. Some niggas narcissists though. You show them love, they hate you even more. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. It's weird of what's going on here. Right? So, yeah, Murdoch becomes Amen, Atum, Amun, Tahuti. His name is Nigazita. He's one of the sons of Enki. Tahuti is Murdoch's brother. Murdoch is Melchizedek. Tahuti's after the order of Melchizedek. Amenti. was one of the names that Murdoch went by. Amenti. The halls of Amenti is coming down from the it really wasn't called the Order of Melchizedek. It was called the Amen, the Order of Amen, or the Craft of Amen, right? Amenti, right? And it's coming down from Murdoch, and then under that school, his brothers attended that school, like Nergal, Negazita, who is Tahuti, the one that wrote the Emerald Tablets. And then you got he got a couple more brothers. He got Dabuzi, who really was Osiris, right? So that starts the bloodline, like Osiris, then Haru born by the artificial assimilation with Inanna, her new clone. And then from him, you get from Haru, you get Idi Haru. And then from Idi Haru, you get Ka, which is the first Scorpion Pharaoh. And then from the first Scorpion Pharaoh, he has a son. He becomes the second Pharaoh king, the second Scorpion king, right? And then from him, he birthed Menes. Menes become the first dynasty in ancient Kemet. So that's going all the way back to Enki, right? It's going all the way back to Enki, man. So we're gonna say Tahuti and Thor. Yeah, that's right, the same person. Tahuti and Thor. See, he got like his name changed with the dialects. Like, so, okay, so Thor be like the Greek way. Then he got Hermes. I think Hermes would be really the Greek way. Thor be like more of the they got Thor and Hermes. That's really the same guy. Hermes, Thor, Tahuti, all the same person. But keep in mind, Tahuti is really a title. It's a title. And a lot of brothers, Ninurtu, not Ninurtu, it was his other brother. He had another brother that was calling himself Murdoch. Baal, I think that was his name. Adad. Because Enlil's children, when they would come amongst the humans, say like Murdoch had his own humans that he was in control of, right? And they would come and appear to these beings different because they had avatars, right? So what Enlil children would do is say when Murdoch gone off to the moon or to another planet, Baal will pop up or Adad can pop up into Murdoch's people and say he Murdoch, and he'll start telling the people do this, do that, do this, like he Murdoch. So it was like a game being played between these beings to like keep confusion going, right? Yeah, Thor the Atlantean. Oh yeah, let me break that down too for you. All right, so how we came, Ningazita starts the Atlanteans. Him, really, Nertu was involved too, because Nertu was coming over here too, but Iki's son, after the planet got reset, after the pole shift, Ningazita came over here. Ningazita started setting up schools over here. He set up the schools of the guards. He even set up the platform that they had the craft sitting on. That wasn't just the piece, it was this whole land over here, right? Atland, right? Hold on just a second. Somebody, no, hold on. Hey, so the Atlanteans come down from Enki as well, because that's dealing with Ningazita, Tahuti, right? And because keep in mind, all of these gods or so-called gods were having their own. Say like in the NFL, you got all these coaches, right? That's over these football teams. They call them head coaches. So these gods will be like head coaches, right? And they come down to earth after they grew the humans and get everything going. They start picking up and making their own super race, superhumans. They own football team, right? So you got Enlil, let's make for example, Enlil be over the Bears, and then Iki and them over the Cowboys or whatever. They got their own football teams, and they meet up to battle. Let their football teams battle, and they don't care if y'all slaughter each other because they can just make some more of y'all. That's the way they look at it, right? That's the way they look at it. Right? They'll make more humans. Now, so not all, and keep in mind, not all the Anunnakis were a problem. The main problem was Enlil, right? Ninurtu, I can't really say he was a problem because he took orders from his dad. Then Earth, where the problem really was Murdoch and Enlil, really. When you draw it down, Murdoch and Enlil. They were the two main problems. Inky, he wasn't that bad, like, cause he was into helping the humans. He even saved the humans, according to the text. He saved the humans. Noah, with the fish tomb, told him how to build a submarine. Murdoch, he was more cutthroat and non-tolerance. You know, he would slaughter people. If you don't want to bow before him, he'll kill 10,000 people in front of everybody else to make everybody else scared. Right? And Murdoch was over the 200 Gigis at one point, even though he didn't like it, but he used them too as part of his military, the 200 Gigis, the disagreeables, to fight against the Anunnakis. Right? Because Murdoch is the one that invited the 200 Gigis here. Keep that in mind. Murdoch had a wedding in Aura, a Chaldea, where he was married to a human. He gave up his birthrights to Numeru to marry this human. And in turn, he invited the 200 Gigis to come to the wedding. Well, then, amongst themselves, they took an oath, right, that they were going to take these humans and take advantage of them and have kids by them. That's what happened. But Murdoch was the one that invited them. So it can get real tricky when you get down into it. It says, was Shaka Zulu or Anunnaki? Could have been. Now I know that his bloodline is Anunnaki bloodline because he's what they call a Nuban. These Nubians that were the new mix after the Watusis came down and the Anunnaki started. They was even. So you got to keep in mind, not only was they making babies with humans thousands of years ago, right now, up until the date, they've been making babies with humans. Coming down, when you hear these stories about women saying they feel like they got made love to in their sleep, then next thing you know, they pregnant, then next thing you know, the baby get taken, it's like a weird stuff going on, right? Somebody say, we dragons. Yeah, your bloodline has got the drink on in it, because that's why when you live in the water for 9 months at birth, you got to have a certain amount of water to stay hydrated, right? So, like I said, I hope the brother that was talking I hope it just ain't, because I mean, I don't see why he would do it, being all the love that we show brothers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you got your questions, drop it in the chat. Was all the pharaohs and Anunnaki? The bloodline was. But not all of them were Anunnaki. Let me explain. Okay, you had Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. Now, the Twa-Man, they can't really be classified as Anunnaki because they was already here. And the Twa-Man, it was some pharaohs that were Twa-Man, like Akhmos and the Cockmos. They were Twa-Man. Like it's some, like, at least, I don't know the number, but once I start going and doing the breaking down the information on the pharaohs, you got the upper and lower. So, like, if some of the pharaohs, they were Twa, and then some of them were Watusi, coming down from the bloodline of Osiris from Enki, right? So some of them were Watusi, some of them were mixed, like because you had the Watusi, the Afar, some of them were Afar because that's a mix with the two, like the Danako, the cone. Some of them had cone head mixed, like Anunnaki, right? So it was different mixes, although, but these beings, these pharaohs, were considered as demigods to these Anunnakis, like the sons and daughters of bloodline, the rulership of the human race coming down from the Anunnakis. Yeah, so the pharaoh, like, so it was different types, it was different pharaohs that were mixed. We know that Zoser was Anunnaki, right? Zoser. But they coming down from the Watusi side. The top, Norma, Venez, he was Watusi. You look at that papyrus where he walking with the Twa man. The Twa man been here for a while. Twa man was here for the Watusi. The Sands man was here for the Watusi. And the Hindus were here for the Watusi. Right? It was the three, that's the first original three races. First the Twa, coming up out of the primordial waters, right? From a single cell amoeba over time. And then you got the next race, which is the Anunnaki genetical engineered race, humanoid race, which is the Sands man. And then you got the Hindus came. Well, the Hindus actually was coming before the Sands man was actually created. It was here 66 billion years ago in that solar system. And then you got the Watusis, which was a cross between the Sands man, Anunnaki, and the dark-skinned, straight-haired Hindus. Which is why if you look at the texture of the Watusi hair, it cohesive with the texture of the Sands man, you'll see the difference. Right? It says, who are the gods of the universe? There is no God of the universe. Everything is God. I'm trying to see how I can put it for you. The whole universe as a whole dictates God. And that, how the universe was set up, the universe created its own laws. The laws that governs the universe is what was from the beginning. Then nobody put those laws in the book. The universe, just off of the chemical and chain reactions, created its own laws. All the laws of the universe is based off of straight logics and facts. Right? So a new deal is no exception to that law, which is why we here right now to make things right. And there's several other species that did worse than us, right? We got off easy, I believe. Like I told them, we got off easy. The only thing that I was scared about is when we were standing up, looking at the planet, knowing that we had to incarnate, and then they told us that we'd probably forget our memory, and that we'd have to do all kind of stuff to get back to our memory. That was the only thing that I was afraid of. But fear trapped us here. Desires and fear would trap us here. Yeah, we ought to go. Hey, we some of the most special beings in the galaxy. And the High Council is hoping that we make it out of this cycle of this photon belt, this 3D, 4D reality that the Anunnakis told us we supposed to be worshiping some God in space. When we are God, we are part of God. We are part of what God is. We all are part of God, what God is. White, black, green, don't give a damn what color you is. If you live in organism, you are part of God. All the way down to a microscopic level. You see what I'm saying? God is the all, the ultimate source of everything, the life force of everything, the energy source of everything. That's what God is, really. I'll try to give it to you the best way I can. It's really no words to really explain what God is. God just is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these Anunnakis ain't no damn gods. They just like you. They on their craft. They take a shit just like you take a shit. They probably taking a shit on a gold toilet or a diamond carved toilet or a toilet carved out of one single pearl or something, right? And wiping their ass with $500 toilet paper, and they drinking beer just like you do. They barbecue meat just like you barbecue meat. They chop up vegetables and onions and season their meat just like you do. They drink beer, like I said, just like you do. They roll up and get high just like you do. They might even put a line on the table. They might even do a line. I'm just telling you what it is. They might even do a line or two. Or shoot it in their vein. A dude showing you got it right there in his hand. I mean, I ain't got to make none of this up. You see it for yourself. So for niggas to say, young L be just coming up with stuff, nah, man, I'm just calling it like I see it. Right? They get booted like you do. Like you get booted out. They get booted way more than you do. You don't get booty enough down here. Hey, vibrate taller or something. Yeah, that's right. Hey, they get booty more than you on Nubaru. You don't get booty enough down here. They get a lot of booty up there. It's non-stop getting booty up in the old I'm telling you, man. They are just like you, just maybe, I don't even think they're a million years ahead of us no more. They may be about 100,000 to 200,000 years still ahead of us. Because some of the technology they got, we starting to get it, we got a hold of. Like now we can go on Google, we got the tablets of destiny. I'm recording right now for tablet of destiny, you know, called the smartphone. Right, and he just gets smaller and smaller than the one Enlil had. Right now, mine I probably can hack into a satellite, one of their laser satellites, if I was a computer hacker and use that joint. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, right? So, nah, bro, they live just like you live, if not crazier, if not more rock star style. Right? They own now. Do the Anunnakis have a religion? Yeah, kind of. They do have this reverence for the all, but I don't think they thought in too much. Well, I know Anu didn't approve of it because Anu told Enlil, he said, you over this project, you make it right. And then he left. He didn't know that they was going to create a human. He didn't agree to that. He didn't make an agreement on that because he would have disagreed because of the he gonna be held accountable for breaking galactical law for that. Yes, it's a whole bunch of Satans now. Enlil could be Satan, right? They call Iki Satan because Enlil called Iki Satan. And then they call Murdoch Satan because Murdoch was wreaking havoc on all of them. Murdoch said they punks. Y'all Anunnakis punks. I'm taking all y'all. I'm the man. You can't stop me. That's how Murdoch came on to it. I'm gonna take all y'all stuff. Y'all trying to blow me up because I was going higher than y'all. See, look, it's the thing, man. It depends on what perspective you're looking at it from. Because Murdoch was developing a lot of technology that the Anunnaki that he wasn't even telling the other Anunnakis about. And some of them got jealous and blew him up and blew his place up. So it's like, you know, it depends on what side. Me, I'm like in the middle. I'm in the middle of all this because I'm half Enlilite, half Ikiite. So Murdoch's my uncle on one hand, Enlil's my grandpa. My mother damn sure don't like Murdoch. She want to kill him. She had already sentenced him to a pyramid to death. But Iki begged her to let him out. And shit, we should have just at one point they were saying they should have just left him up in there. But me, when I saw new love in Murdoch, I said I love Murdoch. And I was hoping that my love balanced him out, and it did. It balanced him out. The love that me and the dude gave Murdoch balanced everything back out, and it calmed him down. And let him know at the end of all this, we all family, y'all. We all family, man. The Lulus all the way up, all in the whole universe, y'all all family. Coming from the quantum, coming from the quantum reality. We all family, right? So yeah, we have to bring that to you, man, because, you know, we ain't out to make ourselves better than nobody. We just only here to do our part. Everybody else can do their part and stop hating on everybody else. Because niggas like crabs in a barrel. And the niggas at the top, they want to stay at the top. They don't want nobody to come right there with them. So, you know, it's like, you know, they say certain things and they make themselves look bad because their intentions is not good. My intentions is good. We come in peace. We come in peace, brother. I have nothing but good intentions for everybody that's on this subject, teaching it, you know? Right? Do mistreat women. Nah, women don't get mistreated on in our culture, in the Platonian culture. And we play Tias too. We play Tias, Arcturus, Orion, and Bees, because we left there and went to those different star systems once Riz got attacked. And Numeru, we started selling on some of those planets in the play Ts. So the women has equal rights to the man in our culture. It's just where the stuff just take this type of attitude towards the women didn't take place till Enlil, Inky them came to Earth. And they set up, they started having a who got the biggest package contest going at each other. And the women just got pushed to the side. Get back. I want to fight this guy. Get back. It's not me and him. So it's like they created this paradigm where the man is the ultimate top head of the head. But to be honest with you, women control this thing. They got, like Ishtar said, like Anana said the women got to fight for these two, all these men with their testosterone going at each other. And then the women got to sit up there and fight for their position. Where a woman got the most valuable thing that a man won't. And you can use that, right? Like Anana, she used hers to get what she want, right? And she was out the power. Because the Anunnakis, they were thirsty for power. Most of the Anunnakis they came to Earth, they were thirsty for power. Right? It says, are there different realms on this planet? Yes, indeed. Indeed. All the dimensions existed within this planet, realm. All 9 dimensions. You got certain vortexes and windows you got to know how to get through to go to those higher dimensions. They actually talk about one underground in the Reptilian tunnel that the Anunnakis were using to go through so that they can stop the aging process. Like they'll stay here for a couple years and then they'll go through this tunnel underground. And it's like miles and miles of tunnels, right? That was dug out by these big old reptilian worms. And these tunnels are guarded by what the bio people probably would call cherubims, but they really holographic monsters that were created by the so you get up to it and it look real, it looks so real, really. But it's a hologram, right? It's a hologram. And it'll scare the crap out of you. But if you make it past that part, then you got to get past maybe about 60 or 70 miles worth of this dark, pitch black tunnels. And it's like a maze. You get lost up in there. Most people die going down there looking, trying to find that entrance. It's this Atlantis. What Atlantis? Where we at now? You say in America? Is America Atlantis? Is what you're saying? Mexico? Yes. All this was considered at land. All the way down from south of Chile, all the way down, all the way back up to Canada. Then they had a power station in the Atlantic Ocean where the actual ship set down on the laboratory, right? But it ended up getting attacked by a group of beings, reptilians, humanoid reptilians, and blowing the power source up. And the ship, what they did is they sunk it down under the ocean to these reptilians. Then they teleported it out of here back to the Peggies. This is her beautiful brain. Yes, America. Yes. Atlantis. America's a part of Atlantis. The city of the gods is down in old Mesoamerica. So Mesoamerica was part of Atlantis. Okay. Hey, drop no questions, man. So the surface planet of the earth was horrible for female energy. Yeah, hey, like I'm gonna tell you, it's really it's a lady that controlled the whole planet. She a reptilian called the Mother Goddess Reptilian. They live in the center of the planet. And she the spiritual energy of the planet. Actually, Ishtar went down and met this lady one time through her friend that was part reptilian. Let's keep in mind, when the Anunnakis were here, they were mixing in with the reptilian species. So there were some beings that were half reptilian, half Anunnaki. Some beings half Hindu, half Anunnaki. Some beings half Watusi, half reptilian. Some beings half Dogon, half reptilian, which creates your vampires, right? The vampires are real, right? They live underground. and they still drink blood right now. What you think the blood drive centers all about? What you think the donation blood places is all about? It's one on every corner almost right now. Where's all that blood going? And they don't want the blood, they want the plasma, because these bees use the plasma for food source, energy. These grays, marker bean grays, who take your plasma, pour it in a big tank, and then they put other body parts and stuff in it, and then they jump in it and swim in it and absorb it through their skin. Right? It says unblock. Hey, you blocked, my nigga? I ain't blocked you, my dude. So are they trying to push the towards an apology because the this constellation is they can't push us nowhere. We got to get that clear. These people can't, the Anunnakis can't do nothing that we don't allow them to do, that we don't make an agreement with them. They got to get us to agree to contracts in order for them to steal our rights, just like on Earth. On Earth, they got to get you to agree to contracts to give up your rights. Well, the Anunnakis got to get you to agree to contracts to give up your galactical rights. We have galactical rights as a planet, as a people, that these beings cannot break, or else they will be severely punished for that. Right? Hold on. So we're trying to make it clear, bro. Trying to make it clear, bro. It's been so what can we do to make our blood disease? Hey, stop eating what they eat, these beings. Like I say, if we smell, like really the Anunnakis, like not all the Anunnakis here to eat humans. It's only the one group called the diners. And you know what a diner is, right? Dinner, diner, dinner. Think over that. And look, the Anunnakis probably were eating them because the way Baba put it, he said these were people with a dinner. So if they were a dinner on Nuru, that means that the Anunnakis were eating them. So the dinner must include like animal species, different types of animal species that these Anunnakis were roasting and barbecuing. They were the dinner. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, I'm just looking at what I see, bro. The diners. You know? You only can discuss this stuff with certain people, man. Do you consider? No, man, my mama was the baddest chick on the planet. Right? Fine is looking good. Fine is, hey, you are what you want, you think. So a man thinking, so is he. You can be a fat, black, ugly chick, but if you think that you beautiful in your brain, then you beautiful. Because your thoughts project your physical image. Your thoughts project your physical image. So whatever you think about yourself is how you're going to present yourself as a projection to others, and thus people are going to think about you what you think about you, because they're going to see what you think. They're going to see your thoughts being projected of how you dress, how you carry yourself, right? And so your thoughts project your image. I ain't trying to sound deep. I'm just telling you, I'm just trying to make it simple as possible here. You know? What do you got? What do you got? Hey, Rob, out to everybody in the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. But we can't sit here and let beings come and do us like this no more. Like come and tell us we got to worship some God in heaven, and if we don't go and do what the God said, we're gonna get punished. That's that stuff Murdoch, Armin, and all them put together. Well, Armin, it is Murdoch, but that's that stuff that they put together to make us worship, to make us Lulu Amalus, primitive workers, primitive slave guys. We were more advanced than what they did after they did us, man. I believe, because if we were telepathic and connected with the planet, and then they mess with us, now And then eventually they cut the telepathic abilities off. Some of our stuff is starting back to work, right? But like I said, the brother Billy Carson, it's like I said, we put a tape out about the same thing at the same time. So I say, okay, we on the same, everybody on the same page. Everybody on the same page. You know? But like I say, I don't know why these guys, the guys don't, I don't know, bro. But we ain't, like Anu said, just keep going, man. Don't worry about the cat. You good. I'm good. You see? We steady going up. We finna be at 29,000 subscribers. And like, we already went up like 5,000 subscribers in less than almost a month. So hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're listening right now, man. Hit that bell. If you don't receive a notification from us every day. Now I got these tapes that about to come out about this man who said he made a deal with the devil. Now I want y'all to listen to him with an open ear because we're gonna come back and do a commentary on it. Because we got to see, because all this stuff is got to be made like the devil and God and all this, all them shit niggas was the Anunnakis. The devil, the God, they played all the roles. And got us all here arguing with each other about he worship Nanar and he down with Enlil, this nigga down with Iki, and they all fighting against each other. And the guards are sitting back, ha, 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 ha. Look at these Lulu Avalus who worship us, who died for us. And then they pop a fucking top on a beer, on a can, 12-ounce beer, and turn it down and squeeze the can, right? These boys drinking beer, man. These boys doing lines. These boys rolling up just like you, doing primos and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? These boys do all that, have a party. They have one of them old parties. I gotta say the old party. Well, everybody in there just getting it on. These boys do that on Nubaru. So people were trying to say, if they God, how can they do it? They not God. You God. If they God, you God. If the Anunnakis are God, you God too. And and at one point I tried to tell y'all that, and niggas tried to kill me. Niggas tried to kill me. Right? The same thing I'm saying now, I said it before, a long time ago, thousands of years ago. But the one group come after me. The same group that they don't like me now for some reason. You know, the same damn group. Says you are what you think. That's right, you are what you think. Like I say, your thoughts project your image. So if you got nasty thoughts, you're gonna project a nasty image. If you got good, pleasant thoughts, you're gonna project a good, pleasant image of who you are. Thus, people will perceive you as such. But keep in mind, appearances are necessary. They're very necessary. The sun appears to rise, although it don't. It's just the planet in rotation and cohesive with the sun, right? And the moon. But we got to get up out of here, man. We got about 3 minutes. We'll take about 1 or 2 more questions. Got about 3 minutes. But we just want to come in and make that clear, man, because I had about 25 questions in the chat, or not this chat, but in the comments about why, if they God, why they doing all this? Nah, man, the Anunnakis like some hood ghetto niggas. they doing all the niggas that the stuff that niggas do in the hood. That's what the Anunnakis is doing. Same stuff you do in the hood. Right? Say, dude, because it's here to greed is greed. Do the Anunnakis got greed? I can't say they had greed because Anu gave the order. The only reason he gave the order to get the gold to come here is because they got attacked. They really got attacked first. The Anunnakis really got attacked first. Right? So I got to give them that part. Mother Hubert attacked them first. This particular side of the family. So I can't say they was in greed as far as coming to get the gold, but I can say they have a thirst for power. They have a thirst. Now, that can be considered the same category as greed. I think almost it can, right? It can. They had all of them individually got a thirst for power. That's why they was in competition with each other. competition. Now, ain't niggas right now in competition with each other? This is nothing but a over and over again repeat. The Anunnakis had family issues where they was in trouble competing with each other, trying to see who the best. Ain't niggas doing that right now? Saying they compete with each other, try to prove who the best. So yeah, we the gods. The Anunnakis can be gods, we gods too. Yeah. Yeah, we that most of the extraterrestrials, and it ain't but a few of those pale looking ones. Yeah. Zachariah Stitcher even admits it in his book. Several other scholars. He says, okay, all right. It says, there's your other. Oh, look. Yeah, send it to me in the links. Send it to me in the links, Hog. Yeah, gods and goddesses. That's right, chosen one. Me, I look at the sisters more powerful because I think we equally powerful. But the way I saw how Anu was doing it and how he was getting all the love energy from the women, and that's how he got his power. I said, man, I gotta get more women around me. Let's drink water. The women got good power, good energy. If you're a man, you can gain energy from women. If you're a real man, you can gain energy from humans. I mean, from women. Me, I love my sisters, my Zamatet. Oh, the black, beautiful sisters, Nubian sisters, they God to me. It's just my perspective. Right? Like that, healing ability. Yeah, strong spirits. We're about to get up out of here, man. We think we got y'all lined out on that hour. We just to make that clear. We might be back for her night with that. And my wife said she wanted to go somewhere tonight. So if we go where she going, I might not do it tonight. But if she don't, I'll come back and do part 10, which would be it'll go into more of the story, a little bit more of the creation story, and it'll go into how Nergal and the Nertu start creating chemical weapons to attack Murdoch. And I go into the war of the gods part, the battle, right? Of who was blowing up and who was chemtrailing and who was crop dusting niggas, you know what I'm saying? They were crop dusting and everything, man. And the 7 years of starvation in ancient Kemet was because of Enlil. I mean, when they starved the Israelites, Enlil starved the Israelites, and Iki came and told him to go to Egypt, where his son them was, where Damuzi them was. All right, we about to get up out of here, man. If you want to show us some love, like I say, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Like I say, we got the Cash App and the links if you want to show us some love, man. We about to be out of here. We back. We'll be back. Peace, love, harmony. Ashug, shalom aleichem, assalamu alaikum. Hotep, divine love. Ashug, divine love throughout the balanced universe to all. Wadu.